And now it's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker today, our newly elected Labour MP for Bristol South, Karin Smyth.
Thank you, conference, and first of all I'd like to say thank Phil and all his staff for again putting on conference day and all the hard work they do behind the scenes for all of us. Thank you guys. We're meeting here this morning 6 months after what has been one of our worst election defeats in our party's history. And we meet here in the South West, in a region where the challenges facing Labour are amongst the greatest anywhere in England. I have the privilege of being an all too rare breed, a newly elected Labour Member of Parliament, proud to represent the constituents of Bristol South for Labour. I'm acutely aware of being a member of a painfully small breed, Labour MPs in the South West region. There are 4 of us, 4 Labour MPs, 51 Tories. So in the months since May the 7th, when people have asked me, so what's it like? What's it like going to Westminster? What's it like being an MP in Westminster? I say it's incredible. It is an amazing privilege. It's an amazing place to work. But it's full of Tories. And this is something that actually surprises people in Bristol, because there is so little representation. There are actually very few people that meet Tories, that socialise with Tories, and we don't understand the result. So my answer is, frankly, it's fantastic, it's terrific, but it is lonely. It's lonely amongst all those Tories. It's almost enough to think I miss the Liberal Democrats. And that is not why I'm wearing yellow, as someone asked me. But it is a far cry from the distant high point we had in 1997. We had 15 seats here in the South West. Back then I was a ward organiser in Bristol West for Valerie Davey, who ousted William Waldegrave. Do you remember him? Yeah. And I remember seeing seats that few of us outside our party seriously believed we would turn Labour. Forest of Dean, Wansdyke, now North East Somerset, Exeter, Falmouth and Camborne, to name just a few. So there can be no mistake, to win a general election again and get into government, winning the majority, that those who rely on Labour to speak for them, that we so desperately need, we must win seats in the South West that we've lost in recent years. Seats like Kingswood, Stroud, Plymouth, Swindon and Gloucester. The electoral challenge for Labour in the South West is huge, and that means the responsibility upon all of us is huge too, if we realistically want to win again. But let's pause for a moment on some positives, because in May our grip on some of those 1997 gains strengthened. In Exeter, thanks to our excellent MP, he tripled his majority in May, Ben Bradshaw. There are other bright spots too, of course, with Fangham Debonair excellent victory in Bristol West and Kerry McCarthy holding Bristol East. And of course there were many, many strong campaigns for some terrific candidates in seats that were eminently winnable, but that we lost through no fault of any single candidate, agent, organiser or volunteer team. And many of those individuals and those teams will have learnt some important lessons and gained vital experience that will hold them and us in good stead for next time. We owe them a great debt, and I would like to take a moment to thank them for all their hard work and commitment on behalf of the people of our region. Thank you. And let's look ahead to some more positives that lay before us. There are a number of opportunities in the very near future. We have some terrific local councillors and councils in the South West, and we have council elections to win in Bristol, Plymouth, Swindon, Gloucester and elsewhere. And of course a mayoral election here in Bristol. And these provide fantastic opportunities for Labour to show that we are turning things around. And another huge positive, we have a rejuvenated membership, the seeds of what we can become, inspired and eager to play a part, a formidable election-winning army. And even though I was in Oldham last week campaigning in the by-election there for our election candidate Jim McMahon, who's a fantastic candidate, I'm pleased to let you know that it's not the North West, but here in the South West, that has seen the highest increase in party membership of all the regions. And our members and new members will be able to explain, to campaign and convince people that Labour policies are better for them and for their families, for people who suffer from and whose opportunities are limited by the failed policies of the Tories. And in wishing you a positive regional conference today, I am delighted to be able to welcome to Bristol and to introduce to you all the man who has been charged with the task of leading our common task, to win elections across the region next May and to bring us back in 2020 to serve in government. Jeremy knows the South West well, having grown up in Wiltshire and having family close by. Welcome home, Jeremy. And it's my pleasure to serve as part of his team as the Parliamentary Private Secretary to Heidi Alexander in the Health team as we take the challenge to the Tories over their handling of the NHS. Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn.